Yo guys, what's good? What's good? It's Mr. Scopey here.
Oh, I just got grabbed.
With the recent V-Jump scans revealing Xenoverse 3 details that we've been reaching for since Xenoverse 3 was announced, I figured I'd make a video on the things I need in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3 to have in order to be happy. Alright. And this, again, just to reiterate, this is my list. These are things that I need so that I can be completely happy with the sequel to Xenoverse 2 that I need, man. So, anyways, let's jump into it with number 9. So, at number 9, I have the it's just a suggestion. Add the group attack mechanic from Battle of Z, where if 2 or more teammates attack the same enemy simultaneously, the teammates will perform a group chain combo. Maybe they could be like quick time events where the other teammates hit a button to keep following up, kind of like the dual ultimates. You gotta put an input,
What's their Cyclops doing?
or you have to do an input and then you can do the attack. That'd be cool to see in Xenoverse 3, right? That would really make me happy, and I feel like it would be a lot easier on like jumping people with your teammates, because as it is, if you have AI as your teammate, it can ruin your combos, and you have to time things with a friend in order to do some cool like tag team stuff. So, number 8, let us buy levels in bulk from Tosak or whichever NPC vendor takes his place. Because currently in Xenoverse 2, it can only be done one level at a time. That is super annoying, super inconvenient. Like, dude, what are we doing? Why has that not been updated? It's ridiculous. Now, number 7. This is a pretty important one too. Remove the invincibility frames for the attacker who performs a back hit and for the defender who does a Z vanish while being attacked. For those who don't know, invincibility frames, also iframes as they're called by, people that play fighting games, were extremely OP in Xenoverse 2's mechanics up until like a few years ago. So characters like DBZ Super Gogeta, for example, Jiren Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta, MUI Goku, they had insane amounts of iframes, dude. Like, it was crazy when they were doing a back hit. And you couldn't hurt them if you tried until those frames were done. Like, for the most part, at least. Then they reduced those frames and gave them to anyone who performed a Z vanish, which is what you do when you press the jump button while being hit, so that you can teleport behind your opponent at the cost of like 2 of your stamina bars in order to have a chance to make your opponent wide open since they're stuck in an attack animation. Back hits still work, but not like they used to. Currently, they leave you wide open on certain characters who can't recover from the animation fast enough. My suggestion is that the devs remove those iframes and not give them to the person doing the back hit either. If we can have a compromise, that'd be nice. Also, if we can predict someone's movements, we should not be punished for it. We should be rewarded for it, bro. Like, what are we doing? On to number 6. And this is such a pain in the ass. It hurts my soul. It's not cool, man. It's not cool at all. Remove guard spamming, dude. Like, what the f was that update like a few years ago, dude? Like, why? Okay. In the early days of Xenoverse 2, you weren't able to spam the guard button and get perfect blocks, or as the game calls them, just guards, so easily. It took genuine timing to get those off, and usually there was a reward for having that skill, which is you being allowed to attack because it slowed down your opponent for just less than a second, I believe, and left them wide open. You were also invulnerable to all damage for the same amount of time, which allowed you to either dodge out of the way of an attack or break the opponent's guard depending on your positioning. So like, dude, spamming guard and getting perfect blocks, it's ridiculous, bro. Like, where's the skill in that, man? At this point, it's just funny. Like, that's all it is. Now, number 5. No more wigs, just more character customization. In these last couple of years, Xenoverse 2 has already experimented with like clothing customization by adding customizable outfits from the original cast of characters that can be colored mostly to our liking, like Super Saiyan 2 Youth Gohan's outfit. I feel that numerous outfits of the cast should be included in the base game for free that we can earn as rewards from like parallel quests or raids or even other in-game events. As for wigs, they shouldn't really exist. That's bro, that enough said, man. Like, come on. Number 4 on this list is crossplay. Currently, it's 2026. Xenoverse 2 has released about 20 DLC packs. It's almost exactly a decade old of a game, and 2 other Dragon Ball games have released within the last 3 years that have full crossplay. What the fuck is that? Why? We can link our Bandai Namco accounts to Dragon Ball Gekiden Squadra, Dragon Ball Breakers, and Xenoverse 2. But Xenoverse 2 is the only one of those 3 games that can't do any crossplay with other platforms. Whack! Xenoverse 3 needs crossplay, especially with the fact that this game is about to be internet breaking and generational. So like, dude, come on. Like, broaden the fan base. Let us like have a more plentiful community like in game, man. That'd be so cool. Number 3, quality of life improvements for online lobbies. I'd like to target PvP lobbies specifically that have more than 2 players. If you wanted to do 2v2s or 3v3s with your friends against random players or even AI, you'd have to start up a lobby, right? Wait for someone to join, then you could invite your friend and hope that they join in time before some random dude took that 3rd slot. Because that 3rd slot is who your teammate will be in Xenoverse 2, like in the PvP lobbies. And that's even if you have private slots turned on to like 2 or something. It doesn't matter, like people will keep joining, so you can't reserve a specific slot for someone. You just have 2 private slots, and if people join before your friends join, then oh well, those last 2 slots or whatever, those will be your private slots. So if it's a 3v3 lobby, it's the same process, but you have to wait for another random person to join the 4th slot so that you can invite your second homie and hope they can join in time, just to ensure that you could fight with your friends against 3 random players. That is not a good system, especially for a game that highlights playing online with others, even friends. Why not add like optional settings to randomize teams or something, allow the host to set team rosters, or even allow the other players to select which team they like to be on? It can be indicated by a team leader slot or something for each team. You know, that'd be cool. That'd be a good idea. On to number 2, improved netcode. I don't want to speak on this too long, so like I'll keep it short because I feel like everybody has talked about the netcode like for 9 years, probably longer. Playing online matches in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 was hella fun, but you also had your iffy connection matches and you were fighting the damn connection at the same time. Sometimes, even if the other person had 4 bars of connection to you, which the max was 5, it still was iffy. False hit confirmations, taking damage while the opponent seemingly is doing nothing but flying around on your screen, randomly getting your guard broken. That was all due to bad connection and or netcode. Likely a combination of both. Now, on to number 1. Like honestly, this one would make me the happiest of all. Like just for me personally. All of these are very important, but this one is the most important. Unique designs for custom character awoken skills, aka transformations. Unique Super Saiyan hair customization or just having it there is obviously something that I, along with the entire Xenoverse community, have been begging for from Dimps and Bandai for about a decade. If they could just allow us to customize how our hair looks when going from Super Saiyan to Super Saiyan 2, maybe even Super Saiyan 3 now that we have Daima Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, or at the very least, make sure each hairstyle has its own unique variations when transformed that could be like preset. And if they're giving us Super Saiyan 4 as an awoken skill, let us customize that look too. This customization should also apply to any other Woken skills like Potential Unleashed, Beast Form, the Freezer Race, and Boo Awoken skills if they're adding any new Awoken skills to those respective races in Xenoverse 3. So that is all I have for this video. It's a little short. I didn't want to include like a bunch of things that have already been said, just the main things that are very important to me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you had anything you'd like to add onto your own list, or if you think some of things on my list are not important, let me know in the comment section below. And also, are you hyped for Xenoverse 3? You probably are. How hyped? Let me know in the comments below. What are you playing right now to like satiate that hunger? Are you playing Xenoverse 2? Are you playing Kakarot? Like Sparky Zero? Like what's going on, man? What do you got? Let me know. And please like the video and subscribe if you feel like I've earned it. And I hope you have a good day or night, depending on what time of day you're watching this. And yeah, cheers to good things in Xenoverse 3. Peace out, guys.